Hey everybody, welcome back to Living Traditions Homestead. Well, it is a gorgeous day here in the Missouri Ozarks, but that is supposed to change any time now. They're saying we're supposed to get some pretty nasty storms moving in later today, but right now it's almost 80 degrees and sunny and a beautiful day to be working outside.
Today's actually the first day of the entire year that I brought out my tank top. It's warm enough for a tank top today.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about that.
Along with the warm weather, something else exciting happens this time of year, and that is our local farmers market starts up. Last week was actually the very first week of the farmers market. We had a great week, and today we want to show you a little bit about what we have going on and talk to you about a few things around the homestead.
This year we are going to be selling plant starts at our local farmers market in Ava, Missouri. We'll be selling those until probably the beginning of June is probably when we'll stop. We'll probably run out of plants at about that time. This year we're doing just plant starts, and then the rest of the summer we'll just be concentrating on growing food for our own family rather than bringing veggies to the farmers market.
Last year we weren't able to be at the farmers market because right around the time of year when we should have been starting all of our seeds, all of our plant starts, is the time of year that all of this COVID madness started last year, and there was just so much uncertainty. At first they said the farmers market was going to be canceled for the entire year. And we just couldn't risk starting, 1,000 plants or more to try to sell and then not have a place to sell them. So last year we just had to take the entire summer off from the farmers market. So we're excited to be back this year. It gives us a great place to get out and provide plants to our community, but it also gives us a great place to meet a lot of you guys.
One of the best things about being at the farmers market is just the opportunity to meet a lot of our subscribers that come out. So we really encourage you guys to take that opportunity on Saturdays from 7 a.m. to noon to come out to the farmers market in Ava, Missouri, say hello and give us a chat. It's also a nice opportunity for you all to see the other vendors, the other things that are going on in our area.
Now, if you come to the farmers market, you might notice something just a little bit different this year, and that is someone extra in our booth with us. This year, my mom is actually selling some things at the farmers market as well. As many of you know, my parents moved out here last summer. They came to spend the summer with us, fell in love with the area, and decided to move out here, so they moved here last fall. So this year, my mom's going to be selling some of her awesome homemade cookies at the farmers market. She loves to bake. This gives her a great thing to do.
And speaking of Kevin's parents, we have been getting a lot of questions from you guys about how they like it here in southern Missouri. Are they homesteading? Are they doing chores? And how come you guys haven't seen them a lot on our videos?
Well, they do absolutely love it here in Missouri. They're making a ton of friends through church and everything else. So that is awesome. As far as the question as to whether or not they're homesteading, no, they're really not. That's not something that interests them the way that it interests us. Of course, my mom does want to have a small garden this summer and, things like that. But they're definitely, they're past the point of their lives where they want to do anything on a big scale. They do help us a little bit with chores as far as, helping lock up the animals at the end of the night and things like that. But that's about as far as the homesteading part of their life goes. They're just enjoying life, being retired here in the Ozarks. And they're just really enjoying being closer to us, closer to the grandkids, and a little bit milder weather than they had in Arizona.
And the second part of those questions is why they haven't been on many of our videos. Well, YouTube just isn't for everybody, and they didn't necessarily move here to be a part of our YouTube channel, just to be part of our family and closer. And while they love watching us and they are very supportive of what we do here and on YouTube, they do like their privacy and just are really enjoying the time with us and their retirement.
So if you come to the farmers market this year, you may see a couple changes that we've made this year that we think are very positive changes, things that make us look a little more professional. Now, one thing you won't see at the farmers market, but was a huge change for this year, was us converting this building that we're sitting on the porch of into our sprout house. If you haven't seen those videos, we did those earlier this spring. We turned this into basically a huge potting room where we can start all of our plants in here, so we no longer have to do them in the house before they move out to the greenhouse. So this has been a huge help. We had some problems early on with a heater that we put in here, actually one of the ventless propane heaters. We realized it was killing our plants, which isn't a good thing.
The exhaust, basically.
Right, the exhaust from that was killing our plants. We switched the heater out for a heater that actually vents to the outside. That has eliminated those problems. And so now everything is working really well. Most of our plants are now out in the greenhouse. We're going to go over there in a minute. But there are a couple things left here in the sprout house that we need to bring out. We wanted to show you those today and show you something else that has really upped our game at the farmer's market.
Look at these gorgeous little pepper plants. Kevin and I have been doing a lot of replanting of the seedlings to go out to the greenhouse. This is our two most recent. These flats are both California Wonder bell peppers. These guys are ready to go out to the greenhouse. Because it's such a warm day, we brought all of the plants outside because it is getting a little bit too warm in the greenhouse right now. But because it's so nice and warm, the plants should be outside anyway.
So along this side of the greenhouse is where we're keeping our peppers and our tomatoes on nice days like this. Now this isn't everything that we have started, but this is quite a few of them. This is most of our tomatoes, but we still have more peppers in the sprout house that aren't quite ready to come out here yet. Now we don't start taking peppers and tomatoes to the farmer's market until the beginning of May. So if you come out right now to see us, you probably won't see these plants. We'll keep a close eye on the weather. We'll either start bringing them the week before May, the last weekend in April, or the first weekend in May, and you guys will be able to start buying some of these plants. So I wanted to show you guys something that we're doing differently this year that I think really has upped our game at the farmer's market. Maybe not in a huge way. It hasn't really made the plants any healthier or stronger, but it definitely gives a more professional look. And that is that we're doing printed tags this year. Now, this is awesome for a couple reasons. One, it is a huge time saver. In the past, we've always just handwritten the name of every plant on a popsicle stick and shoved them in the pots. And to be honest, it took just as much time to label all of the plants as it did to actually transplant them. So this has been a huge time saver. But actually, about a year and a half ago now, we did a video where we actually showed us doing that and writing on all of the popsicle sticks. And one of our awesome subscribers sent us an email, and she said that she noticed how time-consuming it must be to handwrite all of those popsicle sticks. So she actually asked us, is there such a thing as a printer that can print tags for all of your plants? At the time, I didn't know that she wanted to buy us one, but she did. After I sent her a link to one of the things that can do that, she actually sent us a gift in the mail of one of these printers. And you guys, it is so amazing. So we wanted to say a big thank you to her and show you what a huge time saver this is. Just a little while ago, I printed all of these pepper tags. These are the peppers that Sarah just brought out. It's a really easy process. You go on a computer program, type in the name of what you want, hit print, and out comes all of the tags that you need. You can see what a time saver it is having this printer. Also gives us the opportunity to not only have the name of the plant, but it gives us a way to put our farm name on here, Living Traditions Homestead, and then also the name of the plant. It just makes it a lot nicer. We can fit more information so we can teach our customers more about what we're doing. Now, speaking about teaching, one thing that we get a lot of questions about every year from you guys online and actually when we're selling plants at the farmer's market is how to properly fertilize these young little seedlings, because you have to be really careful. If you don't do it correctly, you can burn them, you can actually kill them. You don't want to over fertilize, but they definitely do need something to keep them healthy. So as soon as I'm done putting all of these in, Sarah's going to go over that with you and show you how we do it. It's something that we've been doing now for years. We know it works well, and she's going to show you exactly how to fertilize these young plants.
So you guys, fertilizing these seedlings is really easy, very simple, it's very cost effective. Once the plants germinate, once the seeds germinate and the plants have their first set of true leaves, that's when you can start fertilizing. Now you need to do something very weak so that there's not a lot of fertilizer, and what we've been using for years is fish emulsion. Now it doesn't matter what brand, just search fish emulsion or get what you can at your local store. It's all about the same. This bottle we actually got on Amazon because we ordered it before any of the stores had their gardening supplies in it. And basically you use 1 tablespoon of fish emulsion to 1 gallon of water, and you can water that into your seedlings 1 to 2 times a week. This is very mild. It's all natural. It's OMRI approved for organic gardening, so you don't need to worry about putting any chemicals into your plants, into your food. It's just very easy. Smells bad, and actually a couple months ago when we got this actually in the mail, we accidentally left this on the floor when we were going away for the evening, and our dogs found it, and they chewed the top off of it, and about half of this bottle dumped onto the carpeting in our living room. I know we told you this story not too long ago. It was terrible, you guys. It got into the padding and everything. So we decided we needed to replace our flooring, but the flooring company was backed up for like a month. So for a month we had to smell this terrible fish emulsion in our house. It was disgusting. But luckily it's been replaced and the house smells great again. So we're relieved about that. So I'm just going to show you really quickly how easy this is. You can measure with a tablespoon from the kitchen if you'd like. I just kind of eyeball it. I just put about a tablespoon of the fish emulsion in the bottom of a watering can. Just fill up the watering can with water. I like to do it in this order so that the water's mixing it up right away. And I don't have to worry about getting a spoon or something and stirring it around. And then really it's just as easy as watering it into your seedlings. Now there are other ways to do this, especially if you have a lot of plants, if you're growing on a larger scale. There are things out there where you can make like a big bucket of it and put a hose in it, and then it'll be drawn up through your actual garden hose as you're watering. All of that will come out. And that's great too. We've used that in the past and it has worked well. But really, you know, we're not growing on a huge scale, and I don't really mind this kind of work. And so this works just fine for me. It's a lot less complicated. So this is a really simple and really cost-effective way to make your plant starts look beautiful so that you can sell lots at the farmer's market, and so they're really healthy and have a great start for our garden.
We're back over by the sprout house. We need to take a little break in the shade because, man, it is hot. It's always amazing to me these first few really hot days of the year where your body just isn't used to it yet. I mean, it's 80 degrees and we're dying. In the middle of summer, it'll be 95 and we won't think it's that bad at all. But right now, this seems pretty hot. Plus, with that rain moving in, it's humid today. Anyways, you guys, we wanted to take a minute to talk to you just about the importance of small town farmers markets, like we have here at our, local farmers market. The town that we live in, or the town that we live near, and that we sell at, is only a town of about 3,000 people. But there are a lot of people who do a lot of things with agriculture in this area, and in small towns all over the country. We sure hope that you will take some time out of your weekends to get out to a local farmers market, help support people who are selling at these things. It takes a lot of work. You may not realize it, but it does take a lot of time and effort to put everything together to make a farmer's market like this work.
And it's possible that some of you don't even know where to look to go find a farmer's market near you. So you all who sell at farmers markets who are watching, make sure in the comment section below you say where you sell at a farmer's market so that people who want to come and support local agriculture can find you and other vendors just like you so that they can do their part and support local agriculture.
At our farmers market, you'll find a wide variety of things. You'll find people like us who sell plant starts. There's a lot of people who sell livestock, chickens and ducks. In fact, we're picking up some more ducks this weekend at our farmers market. So produce,
honey,
right, baked goods,
soap, leather
goods. I mean, just a variety of handmade, homegrown things that a lot of you could enjoy.
So you guys, we hope you all are enjoying spring so far and you've just got that itch to start digging in the ground and planting some food for you and your family. We sure appreciate that you guys have been following us and that you've joined us today to learn a little bit more about what we're taking to the farmer's market.
If you're enjoying our videos, we sure hope that you'll hit that subscribe button before you leave. And remember, as always, the absolute best way that you can help us here on the homestead is by sharing our videos on all of your social media. Until next time, thank you so much for stopping by our homestead. Take care and God bless.
God bless.